And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Colts come into this one looking for a 14th win on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards, just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Texans.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's third down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, right back to Herbert. Oh, some strong running. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They go play action here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
And the Colts first down.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Now a play fake here on first down. Fighting to stay upright. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for a Colts first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Down the field, he's got one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll try and he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll let one go deep for downs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Quick hitch, complete. It's Pierce. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one finds Pierce right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 8.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. They'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they were routing and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. They'll get this one to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hand off right side for Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they work this well upfield. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And with that, they still have a chance, partner.
Yeah, if that ball's knocked away, this game is probably over. But guess what? We still got some ball to play.
He'll look to throw. And he's got Pierce. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. A give left side here for Herbert. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. On the ground, DJ Giddens. Broken tackle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's first and goal. They'll look to throw. Now he'll take this and run. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leads them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Indianapolis, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.